Yes, yes, on time today. Ahmed onside. Please like, share, and subscribe. Carabao Cup, Arsenal against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Arsenal going into this on a string of wins and a draw, of course, at Liverpool. Chelsea not in great form. Loss, draw, loss, win is their record so far. So one win out of five. And we are in the semifinals of the Carabao Cup. I think today's going to be a good one. There's no Caicedo, so Arsenal will not have to contend so much with Chelsea's star man in the midfield. For Arsenal, the lineups are not out yet, but I've heard rumors that Trossard and Gabriel are yet to be confirmed for this game. So we will see when all of the lineups come out. We're only 10 minutes away from the beginning of the game. So we're just kind of chilling and kicking back. Please comment, send any kind of suggestions you may have, any kind of content that you'd like to see. I do these live streams for all Arsenal games, and every now and then I will do watch alongs for other teams as well in the Prem. And possibly we'll see if, maybe we'll venture out and start looking at some of these other leagues, Serie A and La Liga and all of that. I'm thinking Serie A might actually have something. They've got some, robust kind of players and teams. A lot of great Italian players have been produced in the past couple of years or so. So it may be in a sort of resurgence for Serie A after years of kind of falling off. If we remember back in the early 2000s and the 90s, Italian football was scintillating. The Milan teams, and then the Inter team that won the Champions League under Jose Mourinho. They used to have some fantastic teams and some great matchups, some great footballers, but it's kind of fallen off for Italian football. Right now, you have some great new talents that we're seeing pop up. We see Calafiori at Arsenal. We see, I keep forgetting his name, the guy from Newcastle, the guy who plays for Newcastle. He's probably their best player, the right back, right? Right back or midfielder. I don't know, man. He's good. But yeah, just waiting for the game to start. Players are just warming up. They had an interview with the new Chelsea coach, so we'll see what exactly he has in store, what kind of tactics and formations and strategy he looks to employ. I didn't know that the guy was actually at Hull City. He had managed at Hull City for about a year and then was sacked, but for what reason I don't know. Because apparently he helped Hull City get further up the table. They were sort of languishing at the bottom and prepared to be relegated, but he helped them move up and finish the season at seventh, and then was unceremoniously sacked. And then, of course, he goes to Strasbourg. And it looks like he played for Brighton as well. That was news to me. I didn't know about this guy. Rosenior. We'll see, man. People always down talk some of these new managers that we've never seen before, or players that we've never seen before. Those tend to be the ones that have some sticking power, the ones that you don't know about that surprise you and start performing well. I don't know what's going on with my stream though. It's all choppy, man. I gotta find some kind of resolution for it. But yeah, like, share, and subscribe. Check out my shorts that I put out. Last time I went on sort of a rant, political rant, and I think there's a space to talk about politics in football here. I'm under the opinion that sports and politics are intertwined. So so therefore I have a disagreement with people when they say to athletes, just shut up and dribble or whatever. Shut up and play. And that goes for any sort of political opinion that is expressed by a professional athlete, whether they are like, some kind of hardline conservative or otherwise. And typically, it's not the hardline conservatives. If we're keeping it real, it's not the hardline conservatives that are the ones being told to shut up and dribble. It's the ones that are always expressing some kind of working class political opinion. Working class meaning a labor focus, a leftist political opinion. So when people say shut up and dribble, they're trying to make the impression that sports are somehow a neutral ground. So politics, don't exist in sports, and therefore you should be quiet if you're trying to express something. But those people that say that, they're functionally saying we don't want this particular types of politics. We want to dictate. We want to dictate the existing status quo, the politics that is expressed through sport currently, and we don't want yours. We don't want your opinion included. We don't want the leftist opinion essentially included. So all right, looks like everything's good. So yeah, give your opinions. Maybe you disagree with me. Do you think that people should not express political opinions through sport, and why? What do you think is the current state, let's say, of international football, club football, which I enjoy much more? International football, that's clearly nationalistic, right? You look at any sort of national football team and you see it. Flags, and you got AFCON that's being played currently. So where we at? We still got 7 more minutes before kickoff. Let me see if the team sheets have come out. Lineup. Still no team sheets. What's going on? I'm surprised. Usually these team sheets come out like an hour before the game. I'll say what I expect to see because this is the semi-final for a trophy. I think that Arteta is going to go with a stronger squad than you would normally see at kind of like the early stages of this kind of trophy. So I see him starting Jesus. I see him starting Saka, starting Trossard. Now, keep in mind that Saturday we also have a Premier League match. So you'd expect for him to want to rest some players if he can. But again, it's a trophy, right? And we're playing Nottingham Forest away. For me, Nottingham Forest is not an easy team, even though they are like right outside of the relegation zone. But I still wouldn't take them lightly in the league. Just knowing the way that the league is, it's unpredictable. So I would. make sure that I have the right personnel available to win that game on the weekend. To me, that's more important than the FA Cup semi final, right? Lineups. Man, still no lineup. All right. Well, all right. So I think I think Odegaard starts. I don't really envision Arteta dropping too many players just to be realistic because he has a tendency to play players in order to keep them in form. And right now, it's not like we're playing too many games, right? It's, a game every 3 days. Today is Wednesday, so we got Thursday, Friday, and then we have a game Saturday. So I don't think that's too much to ask for the players. And a lot of these players have also had a rest in the previous FA Cup match. I think they came on some of the star players came on in the end, but for the most part, and it was an easy match. You know, we didn't really struggle too much or exert too much energy. Ooh, it's popping off at the bridge. Ooh, the Arsenal fans have an Arsenal Pride of London flag right next to the the Pride of London sign that they have in their stadium. That's a good debate question. Who is the Pride of London? Which one is the bigger club? For me, it's clear. That's how we don't have to say anything there. But I believe Chelsea fans will argue, hey, we have two Champions Leagues. What do you have? Right? And then Arsenal fans could say, well, we have more league titles, more FA Cups. Do we have more league cups? I don't know. And we have, the invincible title. That's one thing that, Arsenal fans will forever hold above every team in the league, until somebody else does it, right? And then Arsenal will say, we've got more fans, we've got the bigger stadium, we're the bigger brand. You guys were nowhere until 2002 when Abramovich came and took you over and started buying trophies. And then now that he's gone, look where y'all are at. That's the argument. Like, look at where you are right now. This is where you would have always been, maybe even worse, because Abramovich actually saved Stamford Bridge. It was in a dire strait before he came in, bought the club out, and kind of revamped everything, right? Um, that would be my argument. Chelsea fans would lean on two Champions Leagues, a Europa League that they beat us soundly. They pretty much swept us in that game. I think it was like 4-0 at Baku. Yeah, we got Rosenior directing his coaching staff to do something. He looks kind of like an actor to me. He looks like he's trying to be too serious and he's aware of where the camera is and he's playing for the camera. Yo, this stream, man, is awful. Good lord. What we got going on here? Stamford Bridge is, I don't think it's a bad stadium. It definitely needs to be like fully renovated. And I'm sure they need more space, but that's like hard to do based on where they're located. Chelsea are kind of like in the most urban part of London, one of the most urban parts of London. So expanding is just not really an option. Rosenior. There's Caicedo with his coat on. Looks like it's not going to be coming off because unless he feels too warm. Yeah, because he's not playing. Not today. Yeah, let's see if we can find another stream because I don't like the way that this one is just all choppy. Okay, there we go. This one's a little bit better. Arsenal huddle, Chelsea huddle. Let's see. What are the lineups? What are the actual lineups? I got sidetracked. I was going to give my lineup and I got sidetracked. And still no lineups. All right. I guess we're just going to have to wait for the game to start and then, we'll see who we got. Okay. All right. I see is that Saka? I see Saka, Ben White. Okay. Interesting. Um is that Ben White? Yeah, that is Ben White. We got Declan Rice playing. Declan Rice at the center circle kicks it off. All right. Kepa in goal. Okay. Not too surprised there. Saka gets it, immediately runs to the box, kicks it across, collected by Sanchez. Let's see, Odegaard. We've got Jokeres playing, Trossard, Gabriel, Saliba. And it looks like Timber is playing at left back. Now that's an interesting one right there. Normally, when Ben White is on, you would expect Timber to be off. And Timber would only come in if the center backs are both out. So it begs the question where's Hincapié? Where is Miles Lewis Skelly? And where's Calafiore? Three players that could fill in that position. None of them are there, but I don't know whether they're on the bench or not. I haven't heard anything about Miles Lewis Skelly being injured. Hincapié, of course, has been injured. Calafiore, they said, had gotten hurt, gotten a knock or something. And yeah, Skelly, that begs the question, what about Skelly? He didn't have a great performance in the FA Cup a few days ago. So does this signal from Arteta that he's not pleased with MLS's performances? Possibly. All right. Chelsea with the corner. Chelsea look like they got some players that I'm not even familiar with. Enzo Fernandez at the corner flag, about to cross it in. Cross goes in. Yep, hits the side netting. No danger. I was listening to something earlier today that said that Enzo was under 23. He's not even 23 years old. That's surprising. He's been there for about 3 years, I think. So that means he must have come when he was like 19 or 20 to Chelsea. I didn't expect that. I thought he was going to be older. He almost looks like one of these senior players, but I suppose that's because he's been there for about 3 years. And you also kind of have to look at the average age of the Chelsea team. They're all very young, and for a reason because This is Chelsea's model now to buy young players, develop them, and then sell them on for a profit. Arsenal have the ball, goes forward. Gyökeres once again, he does a good job like receiving it on his chest. Doesn't get any control on it, and the ball goes back. Arsenal ball keeps just going back between Chelsea and Arsenal. Nothing there. Chelsea reset with Sanchez ready to distribute. Passes it short. Chelsea trying to play it out from the back. Sanchez kicks it long. Arsenal get the ball back. Gabriel, what a beast. What a physical beast. Maybe we need to put Gabriel up front. I guarantee Gabriel would be more productive than Gyökeres up front. This guy might be a striker, you know? There's a lot of players that have shifted positions. Of course, Arsenal are very familiar with that scenario, players not playing in their natural position. But we need goals. Gabriel, even as a center back, has been producing goals for us. So maybe this guy needs to just play up front. What play? Don't tell me that was Gabriel that did that. Oh no, that's Timber. Timber marauding on the left side. Doing great. This guy, man, he's an all-weather player. He's an all-weather fullback. He'll play anywhere. I love that. I love that about this team that they're players that have so many different attributes. We've got a long throw now, Rice. Yeah, no long throw. Okay, goes short, goes to Zubamendi. I think Zubamendi was out in the FA Cup. I think it was I want to say Norgard was playing. Looks like Timber clears the ball, but takes out Chalaba in the process. No harm, no foul. Arsenal corner. Declan Rice ready to bend it. Nice cross, as always. What a header in set piece. Set piece. Don't tell me it's Gabrielle again. No, it's Ben White. Set piece. Set piece. Set piece. Oh my goodness. Yo, we gotta hold on, man. Let me pull up Matisse or one of these guys. Hold on, man. Or maybe these other guys. Dude, I love watching the reaction videos. They're the most entertaining, man. Let's see, Matisse. Let's see, Matisse. Or no, you know what? I think it might be big. I think it might be Big Six. Yeah, there we go. Let's see what Big Six got going on. Hold on. Wow. Already set piece. These set pieces, these corners are you should consider them penalties at this point. Do not give Arsenal a set piece, especially not a corner, especially not on the left side. Okay? Those Rice crosses are deadly. They are deadly. The Rice crosses are so deadly. And Ben White gets a great clear header on it. VAR check. Why? I love it how they always got a VAR check Arsenal. It's everything we do, we got to get VAR checked. Yeah, and they clear it immediately. What is the point? Where was the controversy in order to do the VAR? It's crazy. Oh man, dude, pure entertainment. Let's go. Let's see. Yeah, there's a bit of chaos now with the ball. Um, I'm not really seeing. I'm not really stressed too much. Balls just like bouncing around. Yeah, this man, my stream is killing me right now. What is going on? All right, let's. We might have to actually switch to another stream because the one that I have going on currently not doing me any favors. I might have to get like a dedicated internet for this streaming. It's strange. God, man, I hate when this happens. It just my stream that I pay for, it's just like off and on. Ooh, nice chance. Okay, yeah, okay. Luckily, I have a backup. All right, all right. Yeah, yeah. Enzo shoots. Ooh, stop Keppa. Yeah, let's not forget Keppa used to play for Chelsea. Those shenanigans, man. He hasn't been able to live that down. If anyone remembers when Keppa decided not to come off when he was called off, I think it was Thomas Tuchel. Or was it Conte? It was one of them. Yeah, it kind of feels like Arsenal. I don't want to speak too soon, but we're looking dominant, man. But I'm looking for Jokeres to do something, dude. Don't give me another performance that's the same as every other performance. Yeah, Sanchez not very smart. Instead of kicking the ball away, he decides to just bounce it up in the air for it to be contested. Chimpong gets the ball, gets it wide. Chelsea trying to put up a fight because it could go sideways. Could go sideways. But the thing about Chelsea is they try to set up like Arsenal. I don't know how they are now under this new manager, but Maresca's vision was very similar to how Arsenal play, being very well drilled and focusing more on movement and slow build up play, right? But the problem with Chelsea, they can lose the ball and then they can get hit on the counter. Racinia, okay, Racinia. All right. Arsenal just keeping possession. Really, I don't understand why we don't go for more set pieces. Go for more set pieces. Open the game up. Make these teams have to worry about the prospect of dealing with another corner. Arsenal just keeping the ball, keeping possession. Saka with it. Ooh, Saliba straight forward to Jokeres. Oh, Jokeres. Jokeres does. Oh, almost gets the ball off. Okay, he kept it. Not mad at him. That was better than what I've seen from Jokeres. But that was a great pass by Saliba, just cracking open the entire Chelsea team. The ball goes out though. Is it a set piece? Ooh, it is another set piece. Corner for Arsenal. Let's see. Let's see if Saka's crosses are as dangerous as Rice's crosses. But because of them Rice crosses, I'm telling you, deadly. Good cross. Knocked away by Sanchez. Okay. Another dangerous cross, forcing the goalkeeper to come out and push it away. They're saying it's a foul. Yeah. Ooh, Sanchez is playing it close. I can foresee a Bozo moment from Sanchez. He's waiting way too long to let go of the ball, and he's getting pressed really hard. Arsenal getting the ball back. Sanchez is giving it away. Yeah, he's having a mare. And we're only 16 minutes in. He might need to hurry up and fix up somehow. There's no halftime for him to look forward to. Saka with the ball. Saka to Ben White. Ooh, great pass by Ben White. Great vision. Yeah, Chelsea are getting cracked open very easily here. They're losing the ball, and then they're getting just cracked open. Anytime they try to press, okay, ball goes wide, out of bounds. It's okay. Chelsea ball, Chelsea throwing. If I'm one of these new managers to a club that I don't have like a history coaching at, and if I'm like a novice manager like Rossinia is, I would say just, I take a look at what the previous manager was doing right and just be like, all right, for the time being, if I come in like mid season, let's stick to this strategy for now. Give me a few games to implement my tactics and formations. But for now, we're going to stick with what has worked and try to mitigate what it is that didn't work previously. Ciao Pedro with the ball. Chelsea attacking. Cross goes in and out. It's crazy. My stream has perfect, like perfect quality for these other Carabao Cup, or actually no, these previous Carabao Cup games. It looks like the replaying Carabao Cup games, but not the live one. I guess it's easier. I guess it's easier to do with recorded games or something. Yeah, Arsenal getting to the second ball, doing a lot better than what I saw us do at Liverpool. And the Chelsea players are waiting a little bit too much on the ball and getting pressed, getting super pressed. Arsenal get the ball on the touchline. Oh, Chelsea with the ball again. Okay. Yeah, Arsenal being very aggressive. It's still only 1-0. Chelsea could turn things around. Trossard doing well there. Kukureya. Ooh, Neto gets around Ben White. Nah, cleared. Yeah, Pedro Neto. He must be uh one of the biggest wastes for Chelsea. We would have expected him to be a lot more productive. But he just does the same thing. He runs in straight lines and then his crosses aren't that great. Chelsea with the ball, they lose possession. Saka running, passes it for Gyökeres, passes too far ahead, but Gyökeres recovers it, gets it back to the defense. Arsenal reset. Yeah, Chelsea are missing some quality. The footballing philosophy that Maresca had implemented is a good one for a project. It's exactly what we did. It's exactly what Manchester City did and still do to a certain extent. But if you don't have the quality of players, then it's not going to work out like that for you. And if your plan is to build value to sell these players to make money, you can't really do that when you're losing. Any club that's looking at buying a Chelsea player is going to say, "Well, what has he won? Like what's his performance been like, right? It may not even be his fault. It may be his teammates not doing their job. So he could be doing everything right, but then buying clubs could be like, well, look at his stats. He's not doing that great for you to be charging a premium. Set piece for Arsenal. a bit of a distance away from goal. I don't really see it doing much. Yeah, so I guess it's going to be like a cross. It's going to be more of a cross, it looks like. Odegaard does it. Mr. Pillowfoot. I don't think Odegaard should take any free kick or any set piece. I don't care if it's a penalty. He has such a weak shot that it just doesn't matter, man. It's just a waste of possession. I don't get why they handed it over to Odegaard instead of giving it to Rice. Like, we know Rice is dangerous. So why are we giving it to the guy who sometimes, like, he's got like a 50% rate when he hits the ball, it'll be underpowered. You give it to Rice, it's going to have the perfect power and it's going to have the right bend on it every time. Oh man. Zubimendi fouls João Pedro. Lucky for Chelsea there. Arsenal are pressing them high. Yeah, it looks like we got Havertz on the bench. We've got Madueke and Miles Lewis Skelly, among others. You know, David Raya, of course. Chelsea attacking. Okay, Arsenal retain possession again. Chelsea are finding it very difficult to deal with this Arsenal press. Oh, Chelsea on the attack. Achimpong shoots, misses. Kepa. Oh, he was offside. So far, Chelsea finding it hard to break Arsenal down, making mistakes, and Arsenal are pressing them high. Mm. Taking some chances. Saliba tries to just go over the entire Chelsea defense. Doesn't come out to anything, but it's a something different. It'll have them. It'll have Chelsea, worried about those types of attempts. They're gambles, Sometimes you got to gamble. A ball might, bounce off. Ooh, Chelsea on their way to the Arsenal box. Chelsea playing the ball around the Arsenal box. Wow. Squared it. João Pedro squares it across the goal. Nobody's there. That could have been a tap in for Chelsea. Yeah. We just like let it roll out. But yeah, that's crazy. Nobody there. See, that's what it is. Again, João Pedro does everything right, but where are his teammates? Where's Pedro Neto? Where are these guys that are supposed to stick it in the back of the net? Oh, Chelsea have a player down. Oh, looks like he's getting back up. Okay, Arsenal attacking. Arsenal are like Chelsea are playing so open right now. They're playing so open right now. It takes no time for Arsenal to get around their box, and we're just running around them and getting the ball back. Yep, resetting. It's going to be a long day for Chelsea unless they're able to score a goal. I think it's become infinitely harder for them to play now that they're a goal down. Let's see if Trossard can do something. He's been a bit quiet for the past couple games. Ooh. Nothing. Okay. Ooh, Trossard. Trossard. Oh, great run by Trossard. Okay, good run. I haven't liked his performances in the past couple games, honestly. He's been doing this thing where he over dribbles and then loses the ball, and it puts us in a bad defensive situation. That was very good. He just kind of danced his way through the box. Chelsea defense. Okay, here we go. Another corner. Declan Rice walks up to it. This is what we should do. Keep attacking them on that side. Make them fear. I mean, they already fear for the set piece. Good cross, Declan. Okay, Sanchez grabs it in the air. You know they're scared. You know they're scared. They don't want that to go in. Oh man. Ooh ooh. Chelsea trying to do some direct passing, having trouble with the press. They're really having to struggle in order to get it in like a decent attacking position. But they keep going to the right wing. Ooh, what a great shot. Kepa stops it. Esteval, yeah, Esteval stepping up. They keep going to Esteval. Good stop by Kepa. Wow, very good cross by Chelsea. Looks like they're trying to do it too. Yep. Foul. Arsenal ball. Kepa gets it out. Ball goes out. Chelsea ball. Game slowing down a little bit. 31 minutes gone in the half. Arsenal get the ball back. Arsenal trying to go long. I mean, it's different. There we go. Gyökeres. Yes, yes, be more physical. That's what I want you to do. Especially against Kukurea. Like, come on, man. What? This guy. You better push him to the side, man. You know? Kukurea got that small man strength. But Gyökeres, you should be able to deal with that. Ooh, Chelsea on the run. Okay, Arsenal block. Yep. There we go. Arsenal reset. Ball goes back to Kepa. Saliba to Gabriel. Ball goes back to Kepa. Kepa not necessarily. Kepa isn't well known to play it out with his feet. Decent shot stopper, decent second option. Ball kicked forward. Kukurea. Ooh. And Arsenal just pressing the ball when it's up. Ooh, Arsenal have the ball. The midfield has been like vacated. They really do miss Timber with the ball in the box. Okay, Arsenal get it. Rice to Zubamendi. Ooh, Trossard shoots, misses it over the top. Yeah, Chelsea really having a hard time retaining possession in the Arsenal half. They'll pass it out to Esteval and get some space that way, but they can't bring it down the middle, and they can't go to the right through Pedro Neto. Oh wow, Ben White trickery. I'm excited to see Kai Havertz come on. I want to see what he has. I mean, last game he looked good, but he only played, I believe, 10 minutes in the FA Cup game against Portsmouth. So I want to see what he has to offer. Here we go with the tactics that I don't like. I mean, I guess Arteta is switching gears here because now I'm seeing Odegaard drop down into the defense again. Esteval running. Very good. Good player, Esteval. Trossard defending him. Ball goes out. No, there's no way. Esteval complaining that the ball came off the other player, but it did not. Young man. Young man. Kepa. Kepa has the ball. Stop trying to play it out the back and just kick it forward and force Chelsea now that, have to attack. Let's not make any mistakes. Ball goes forward. Arsenal corner. Zubamendi does really well to chase the ball down and deflect it off of the Chelsea player to go out. Very smart. So Arsenal corner. Declan Rice goes to the corner flag. Let's see. Can Gabriel score another one? Okay, cross, but doesn't really make its way into the middle of the crowd. Cleared by the first man. Cross goes in. Jokeres gets it, heads it out wide. Jokeres starting honestly was not a surprise. Not a surprise because, Arteta likes to give players a chance, which I think is a good philosophy to have. That's not always the case though with Arteta. Sometimes if you make a terrible mistake or multiple terrible mistakes, even if you overall you do well, Arteta is willing to drop you and replace you. Check Ramsdale. He gave Sterling plenty of opportunities last season. But Sterling, probably the worst player that I've seen put on an Arsenal shirt. He was there for half a season. Arsenal ball at the touch line. Throw in. Declan Rice looks like he's getting ready for the long throw. Let's see. Okay, long throw. These long throws are meh. Not everyone can get the ball like really deep. Okay. Saliba with the ball. Saliba trying to dribble. Nice shot. Misses. Good shot, Saliba. Hey, this guy, he used to be a striker, you know? Nice. Arsenal get the ball back. We're pressing them really high. Arsenal pressing them so heavily that João Pedro is all the way back on the defense. Zubamendi fouls Neto. Zubamendi trying to be more aggressive, you know? All right. 40 minutes gone. 5 minutes left in regulation time. I do not foresee too much extra time. There haven't been too many stoppages. Arsenal pressing, pressing, pressing. Heavy press. Pedro Neto gets out of it. Arsenal get the ball back. Kick forward. Chelsea have to reset. Chelsea having some difficulty right now getting out of their half. They have the ball, but they're being pressed very heavily. Trossard foul, yellow. No? Yeah. Trossard and Esteval gets a yellow. Chelsea free kick from way out. They get it into the box. Ball gets cleared. Ball gets knocked back into midfield. Chelsea reset. Cucurella. Chelsea kick the ball forward all the way to Kepa. Ben White has the ball. Finds Saka. Ooh, Saka fouled by Cucurella. Card for Cucurella. Yellow. This referee is willing to card players, man, in the first half. But that's a definitely. Actually, both cards were cardable offenses. Yeah, yeah. Cucurella totally misses the ball and just scrapes down Saka's shin. That's an ugly one. But now, yeah, I mean, if I'm Cucurella, I'm worried. I have to deal with Saka and Ben White running at me. Trossard has a yellow, but Trossard is an attacker, so he doesn't need to necessarily be close to defenders the way that these defenders need to be close to the attackers. One more minute left in regulation time. Declan Rice, free kick, way back there. So we'll see. Maybe he'll try to like bend it in as a. There we go. Bent in. Misses the first man. It's not high enough. Saka has it. Saka playing Cucurella. Cucurella deflected, out of touch for a corner. Referee calls a foul. Not a great cross from Saka again. I don't like it when they miss the first man. I mean, or they can't get past the first man. The ball is immediately cleared by the first Chelsea player. I don't like that. I like the delivery to be like right in the center of goal. Yeah, 1 minute extra time. Not surprising. I think at halftime, what we'll do is pause the stream, and then I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna like see what's going on with the internet connection. Oof. I don't have any issues with the stream. It's more so my TV. So I'm watching the game on my phone instead, which using my cellular data, don't have to worry about like Wi-Fi. All right, halftime it is. Arsenal lead 1-0. I think we've done very well. I think we've really done well playing against Chelsea. Chelsea hasn't really had any opportunities. Esteval had that shot. I mean, it was a difficult one from the near post. Kepa clears it, but other than that, there was nothing else, and that wasn't the most dangerous shot. All right, gonna pause the stream. I'll be right back after halftime in 15 minutes. I'll see y'all.